Hey everyone, welcome back to the Patriot Prepper channel. Today we're going to dive into a hot topic for the prepared citizen: concealed carry versus open carry. We'll explore the pros, the cons of each method and discuss how the gray man theory plays into your decision. So let's get started. First, let's talk about the major components of carrying, right? Of course, we have our tools. I got to use the word tools. YouTube really don't like us using the G word, right? So, of course, I got my Glock 19, and I got a Canik TP9SF Elite. Both of them are chambered in 9mm. And then we got our holsters, right? So this is Alien Gear inside waistband. These are Safariland outside the waistband. And then we got our gun belts, right? Our belts. So this right here, as you tell, this is just a regular, ordinary belt. And then I have, this is a Core Essential gun belt. As you can tell, this belt is a lot stiffer than your regular leather belt, right? And this plays a very important part to this, right? As you can see, it's a lot stiffer or rigid, but see this core belt, this Core Essential, it has a ratcheting system. I don't know if you could, and what it allows you to do, if you can hear that, it's a ratcheting system that lets you make fine adjustments. And what this does, this is going to keep your tool secured to your body, right? Also reducing the chances of printing, right? Which we'll go into that later. So like I said, this is one of the concealed carry holsters I use the most. This is an Alien Gear inside the waistband. All right, and I typically keep my Glock 19 in there. And then, like I said, this is the Safariland with my Canik SF Elite 9mm. For the people that know me, pretty much knows I'm always carrying, right? Whether it be concealed or open carry. I live in the great state of Louisiana, which is a constitutional carry state, meaning we can open carry or concealed carry without a permit, which I think is a great thing, right? See, the more law-abiding citizens we have carrying, the less bad guys do bad things, right? If you get my drift. But, all right, so first off, let's talk about concealed carry. Concealed carry, it means keeping your firearms hidden from public view, right? It has many advantages, and it does have some disadvantages. All right, so I'm gonna pause this video right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put, I'm gonna put my regular belt on, and then I'm gonna be concealed carrying this Glock 19. All right, with the regular belt. All right, so right now I do have the concealed carry holster on with my regular belt, and not too bad. You can tell a little bit right here. I don't know how well y'all can see it in the video, but I am printing just a little bit, not much. Now we're going to check out and see how this core belt helps out. All right, guys, so I got the same holsters, the same tool, right? Just different belt. This is the Core Essential belt, and as you can tell, like, really no printing, right? This is where having a good belt makes a difference. All right, guys, so I got the belt back off, And like I said before, it's a ratcheting system. And then to loosen it, you have a little lever right here. Press up and it slides off. It does make a big difference when carrying. All right. So we'll go over some advantages. First, concealed carry offers a number of advantages over open carry. First and foremost, it provides a sense of security to the carriers without drawing an attention excuse me, to them or their firearms. By concealing a weapon, individuals can go on their daily lives without drawing unwanted attention or needing to monitor their surroundings constantly. Moreover, it gives a tactical advantage because concealed carriers now have the element of surprise that they may use against the threat, right? Another one, concealed carry also offers a greater discretion when it comes to self-defense. Someone with a concealed carry firearm can choose when or how they use their weapon in the event of a threat, as opposed to carriers who may be forced into an altercation if someone notices and challenges them for openly displaying their firearm. Overall, while certain restrictions can come with carrying a concealed weapon, the advantage associated with concealed carrying farly outweighs any potential risk or drawback. Now, however, there are some disadvantages to concealed carry, right? One of the biggest ones, or at least for me anyways, is going to be a slower draw time. Accessing your concealed carry firearm can take longer, which it might be critical in a self-defense situation, right? And then also you got if you live in a state that's not constitutional carry, you got permit requirements, right? Some states have stricter requirements for obtaining a concealed carry permit. And then another one that's another big topic is going to be comfort issues, right? So carrying a concealed firearm can be uncomfortable, especially in hot weather or when you're driving. I would just pick, don't just settle on the first holster, right, or the first weapon or tool, should I say, right? But despite the advantages associated with concealed carry, also certain disadvantages should be considered, right? So for starters, concealed carriers must be consistently aware of their surroundings. So another con is the possibility of violent confrontations due to misunderstanding or accidental displays of your concealed carry weapon, right? Which, while it is rare, it can happen when someone perceives an individual may be carrying a concealed firearm and takes it as a threat, right? And then acts accordingly, right? Also, concealed carry, you'll need to buy a little bit larger clothes than you normally wear, right? That way the holster will fit inside your waistband if you're carrying inside the waistband holster, right? While concealed carry does have its advantages, it is important for those who choose to exercise this right to understand all associated risk and responsibility before doing so. Before we move on to open carry, if you found this video to be informative and you want to help out the channel, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It really helps out here. Also, don't forget to hit that bell icon. That way you'll know when a new video drops. Thank you all again. All right, guys. So now let's discuss open carry. All right, open carry means you carry a firearm that is visible to others. And we'll go over the pros and cons to that. So one of the biggest advantages to open carry is going to be that it allows access to your firearm for self-defense if necessary, meaning quicker draw time. Open carry also gives you the confidence of knowing that you're able to react and protect yourself from a potential threat quickly. Another advantage of open carry is it could be a deterrent. Criminals aware that you are in the area among citizens openly carrying a firearm may think twice before attempting any criminal activity or aggression. Additionally, some state laws have Additionally, some states have laws that allow people carrying firearms to use them in self-defense without fear of civil or criminal repercussions, right? Meaning, so I know they have a stand your ground law, and I think the other one is maybe castle law. But you'd want to check your state's laws. That not only goes with open carry, but also concealed carry also, right? Finally, open carry can effectively educate others on gun safety and responsible gun ownership. It can help normalize firearms in the eyes of the public or someone, and maybe even encourage those that's on the fence about owning a gun to take course on proper operating and storage, maybe possibly open and carry or concealed carrying, right? But just like the concealed carry, there are some disadvantages also for open carrying. So one, the biggest one, it's going to draw attention, right? Open carry can make you a target for criminals and unwanted attention. Next can be legal restrictions. So not all states allow you to open carry. Some have specific restrictions. So you do want to make sure you check with your state laws before open carrying. And then public perception, right? A lot of people seeing you with a firearm, it might make people uncomfortable or cause panic. So you just be knowingly of that, right? So another major disadvantage of open carrying is that it can lead to a higher risk of accidental shootings. When someone open carries, it can easily cause confusion or panic in certain situations, leading to unintentional discharge. Additionally, if a gun is not secured properly, meaning with a holster, a good quality holster, typically when you carry, you want a like a Kydex, something like that, where you don't want none of that nylon crap or anything like that. At least with a Kydex or something similar, it does have a trigger guard, and it's not going to get snagged on anything, allowing that trigger to be pressed, right? And or another thing, it could fall out. The gun could fall and potentially, depending on what kind of brand or which we're not going to go into that, but it could also lead into accidental discharge, right? Open carry can also be intimidating for some people, making them uncomfortable or safe. The discomfort and uneasiness of amplified stress situation where individuals may not be aware that someone is armed, right? Open carry requires the carrier to remain vigilant and aware of their surroundings. The carrier must constantly monitor who's around them and what sort of actions are taking place at any given time. Responsibility can create additional stress on the individual, and which may not be ideal for everyday life. And then, like I said before, pretty much open carry can make you target. If criminals are intent on doing harm, they see a person carrying a firearm in the open, that person might just be the first one they try to hurt, right? For example, if a criminal is planning on robbing a place and they see someone open carrying a firearm, if that criminal wants to push through, with that act, more than likely that'd be the first person they take out. And finally, open carry removes the element of surprise that comes with having a concealed firearm. Something that many experts agree is a tactical advantage. Speed, surprise, and the violence of action are the three essential ingredients to surviving a deadly encounter. With all three, you have the best chance of coming out on top should you find yourself in a violent situation where you have to fight for your life, right? So I know at the beginning of the video, I talked about the gray man theory. So applying a gray man theory involves blending into your surroundings and to avoid drawing attention to yourself, especially in potentially dangerous situations. And so I'm going to go over a few key steps to effectively apply the gray man theory while you're carrying. So the first one is going to be dress appropriately, right? You want some neutral clothing, right? Wear something simple, neutral colored, something that don't stand out. You want to avoid flashy accessories, right? Stay clear of bright colors, logos, anything that might attract attention to you. Next is going to be behavior and body language, right? So you want to stay calm, but confident, right? As you belong in that environment. You want to avoid eye contact. Don't make prolonged eye contact with others, right? As it can draw attention, or they might even perceive that as a threat, right? Another thing would be gear and equipment. Low profile gear, right? You want gear that blends into your surroundings. Using the gray man theory, you want to avoid tactical or military style equipment or clothing, anything that might make you stand out. And then conceal your tools, right? Keep any survival tools or weapons, gear hidden from view, right? You want that tactical advantage, right? Another thing will be situational awareness, right? Observe and adapt. Pay attention to your environment and adapt your behavior to match those around you. You want to blend in. You want to try to mimic the behavior and appearance of the people in your immediate surroundings. Another would be movement and actions, right? You want to move with a purpose. You want to walk with a sense of purpose, but you don't want to rush or appear anxious, if that makes sense. Avoid unnecessary attention. Don't engage in any activities that might draw attention to yourself. Communication. So if you are out about with your friends, family, what have you, during certain situations, you want to keep conversations low key, right? If you need to communicate, do it quietly and discreetly. You could even, possibly use nonverbal signals, right? When possible, use, it could be a hand signal, or a gesture, something like that. Next is going to be mindset. Always aim to be the least noticeable person in any given situation, right? You want to be, you don't want to be remembered. I'll say it that way. And then be prepared. Have a plan and ready to adapt to any kind of changing circumstances. By following these little steps, you can effectively apply the gray man theory and increase your chances of staying safe and unnoticed in various situations. Remember, the goal is to be prepared without appearing prepared in any way, right? If that makes sense. So, which is better for the prepared citizen, concealed carry or open carry? Well, really, it ultimately depends on your personal preference, legal considerations, and specific situations that you're preparing for. Remember, the key is to stay prepared and safe. Well, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful in any way, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification icon for more survival tips and preparedness strategies. Stay safe out there. Patriot Prepper out. Call me a